Hi, I'm Mitchell. A few months back, I graduated with my degree in computer science, and I wanted to see how I could leverage that for myself. So since it's 2024, I went to ChatGPT and I asked how to make an ungodly amount of money fast with a CS degree. And it said that I should get into Fintech. I probed a bit more, and it said that to do that, I should search for fin solutions to problems that I face in my daily life. Unfortunately, I ran out of ChatGPT 4.0 tokens at that point, so I had to figure out what that meant on my own. So I got to thinking. In 2024, your average mom and pop dropshipping service isn't running their own infrastructure, right? They're using some third-party e-commerce platform, and that platform is using some third-party web host to run their cloud services, etc. So basically, at every link in the chain, you've got something being abstracted away to a different company that can do it more efficiently. The BaaS industry, in contrast, has not evolved in this way. In 2024, if a company wants to use the Big Mouth Billy Bass as part of their tech stack, they have to do that fully on-prem. And what people don't realize is that means that you've got to source your own bass, your own wall, and your own crack team of programmers who can spend their nights and weekends making fish sing. And frankly, I don't think that's sustainable. So that's what I'm here to revolutionize today with BaaS as a service. So anyway, that's enough fluff. Here it is. This is BaaS as a service. As you can see, we have 4 Big Mouth Billy Bass here. We've got our cameras all set up and our easy to use web interface ready to go. So these can do a lot of stuff. It's very feature rich. You can have them all sing a song as a choir. You can have them sing individually if that's what you would prefer. And a new feature we recently introduced is the ability to run any arbitrary compute job on these nodes and have the command line output optionally read by the fish's mouth.
55.953214 info. That's our mod. 16,271 blocks for more than 122 seconds. Not cases 6.8.0-1012 NVIDIA 64K.
This is a very innovative new logging technology. That's sure to excite a lot of enterprises. So, get in while you still can. One thing that we have also identified from our focus groups as a challenge of existing BaaS solutions is that they're not very capable of singing summer pop hits. So that is a use case that we have optimized for specifically. But don't take my word for it. Take my demo's word for it. I'll be playing Hot to Go on these BaaS. Unfortunately, due to YouTube copyright restrictions, I can't have the actual audio in this video. So I've made some minor modifications, but I don't think they should affect the viewer experience.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O, snap and flap and touch your toes. Is your hands now viral? H-O-T-T-O-G-O, H-O-T-T-O-G-O. You can take me hot to go. H-O-T-T-O-G-O. You can take me hot to go.
I already hear all of my venture capitalist friends in the comments trying to figure out how they can get in on the ground floor of this. And I can also hear all of my engineer friends trying to figure out how I did all of this so they can steal my trade secrets and get to the venture capitalists before I do. And don't worry, I'm one step ahead of all of you guys. I'm going to show you how this works. And the answer is that it's coding and algorithms. So yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. That's the end of the video. Bye. All right, just kidding. I will give you a little bit of a tour. Basically, what I did here is I've got some Arduinos with breadboards set up to them in here, and I've wired the BaaS motors to those Arduinos. And on the Arduinos, I have a program running that basically listens for the host to send it the audio data to play out through the speakers, and also the motor movement data. So, all the logic is going in, on here on our host. So basically, what the host does is, we use AI in 2024. So naturally, the first step of this is I put in any music I want in a WAV file, and it will separate that out using a stem separator into a vocal track, a drum track, and a guitar track. Then I do some post-processing on that with VLC, and I loop that back in here so that it can then start sending all of that data over the USB serial line to be read by the Arduinos and then played on the BaaS. If anyone is actually interested in a better explanation, I can give a more detailed video. but that will be a lot longer and require a lot more nerd emoji energy. So, I'll save that until I actually get views on this video, if I actually get views on this video. Someone out here is thinking, Mitchell, did you have any struggles with this project or any parts where you really hit a wall? Yeah, the answer is I did. And in fact, at one point, I was running into this issue where the bass would start a song and then halfway through they would just die abruptly. And I could not figure out what the issue was. I didn't know if it was a problem with the microcontroller or a problem with my wiring or a problem with the way that I'm sending the data. And I tried so many different things at that point and was just ultimately coming up empty. And honestly, that was the most moving part of this project for me, because I actually decided that I was in need of help from a higher being. I went to take a bit of a spiritual journey to try to sort of find my way out of this problem. And I documented some of that for you guys. Hey guys, so I've hit a little bit of a roadblock in the Bass project. The motor control stuff is not working how I originally thought it would. It's kind of just dying in the middle. And I thought I was going to be able to figure this one out with my usual engineering prowess, but that's not going anywhere. So I've officially decided that it's time to call on a higher power. So here I am. Hopefully we'll find something useful in here. Wish me luck. Contrary to my expectations, the Bass Pro Pyramid was not the destination of religious enlightenment that I'd hoped it to be for this project. It was clear that it was, in fact, a store. However, the trip was still well worth it, because it's easily the coolest store that I've ever been in, complete with some very neat decor, several attractions, actual alligators, or maybe crocodiles, and further concrete proof that birds aren't real. And people actually think birds are real. Sheep. It also provided me a golden opportunity to score these sandals, which was well worth it on its own. Quick update. Do not wear these things on a float trip. Despite their appearance, they are very much form over function. As you can see, this one took some serious damage. All right, so that's Bass as a Service. If you're an investor and you'd like to get in on the ground floor of this, drop it in the comments. In the meantime, I've got some pitch meetings coming up with some other big organizations, and I think that they're really going to like what we have to offer them. Okay, so update. Yeah, turns out I had a major misunderstanding of the state of the market here. Apparently, when these huge enterprises invest in fintech startups, they're actually investing in, like, banking companies. I mean, and like, don't even get me started on my pitch meeting with Oracle, because apparently we have very different opinions on what a data lake is. So yeah, Bass is not making as much money as fast as I had expected in that sector, and frankly, my investors are getting impatient. But don't worry though, we've already figured out our next pivot. Instead of targeting a market where the average adoption period for new tech is like, I don't know, 10 years, I'm going to target a market where the average consumer rationalizes their way to an upgrade like every 2 years. It's going to be great. That's right. We're a telecom company now. Right, so if any of you guys are investors in any smartphone manufacturers, you might want to go ahead and sell that stock, because I think what I've been cooking up today is definitively going to revolutionize that industry. Let's go take a look over here. As you can see, I got one fish on this side of the room, and I've got one fish on this side of the room. And I'm going to go ahead and say something into this one. Hello, I'm speaking to you from a fish. Hello, I'm responding to you from a fish. I got a master's degree for this. From a dirt road beneath my truck. Got the truck from my girl. She's got them dirt. I got the dirt from the truck. I got my girl. Got them dirt. I got the dirt from the dirt from beneath my truck. Got the truck from my girl. She's got them boots and the dirt. Got the dirt from the dirt. Got a beer in my beer. So if you made it to this part of the video, jokes aside, thanks for watching. I've been working on this intermittently, like, hour at a time, every couple of weeks since like January. And it's honestly been a really fun project. I learned a lot about hardware related things. if you like this kind of content, please let me know. I like doing projects like this, and I would, definitely be interested in doing more in the future. I don't know if I'm funny. I get very mixed reactions on jokes that I attempt to make in my personal life. So, if you found this funny, definitely let me know. If you found it extremely cringy and stupid, also let me know. Any feedback is good feedback. And yeah, thanks for watching.
From that girl, she's got them boots and the dirt, got the dirt from the dirt. Got a beer in my beer and a Chevy in my truck. Got it